Welcome back, everybody. I did not do a sound check, so you guys let me know if I'm. It looks like I am. If I'm loud enough, or if I'm not loud, or too quiet, or you guys let me know. How is everybody? It's a week and a day before Christmas, so this would actually be a week from Christmas night, Christmas Eve. So yay! There we go. Okay, so how's everybody been? What's everybody been up to? I hope all your Christmas shopping is done. Mine is about 80%, I'm going to say. My son did not give me a list until the 11th hour. So there is that. Um, but otherwise, everybody's done now. I just have to wrap everything. And for me, that's the hard part. It's the easy part is buying it, right? The hard part is sitting down and actually wrapping everything. So I got to get started on that probably tomorrow. Maybe tonight, probably tomorrow. And there is Mr. San Antonio. Hello, Randy. How are you? I hope you're having a good evening, sir. I hope you're enjoying some of this beautiful weather we've been having. It's been in the 60s. Today is the last day of that. It's supposed to turn cold until Christmas. And then Christmas Day, it's supposed to be nice again. So I would much rather have, I know white Christmas is kind of a thing with people. I would much rather have a nice sunny Christmas where the kids can go outside and play with their toys instead of having everybody locked up. Uh, Bag and tissue. Yes, I do quite a bit of that. If the box is perfectly square, sides, rectangle, whatever, then I feel obligated to put wrapping paper and ribbon and a bow. If it is not, then I'm all about the bag and tissue, right? But it is much easier to transport presents if they're like flat instead of a whole bunch of bags. And I think I will be transporting this year. I'm not 100% sure. They wait until the last minute to tell me things. So sounds good? Okay. Yeah, I didn't run a test first. I almost always do, but I ran out of time. I had a little bit of problems with the wheel thing, so we had to back up and punt. Yes. Roy, how are you, sir? Good day, Sly and Randy. How are you? I wish you guys lived closer. Sorry, I can't ship to Australia. I might ship me to Australia one of these days. But, and for you, Roy, I believe this is your summer coming up. And so you're probably not going to need this. But for the rest of us that live where it's really cold right now, or it will be, I have found something. And I kind of like these. And we're going to kind of go over the differences between. So I have two, because you know how I do things. This one's heavier. This one's lighter. They're stocking hats. But they have sound built into them. Is that not just too cool? They're Bluetooth. So, which I think is just awesome. So you can be doing your outdoor activities, and if your phone rings, you just reach up and push a button. And actually, because these are by two different manufacturers, one is on the right and one is on the left. Go figure. I thought they would both be on the right, and so when I put this one on, I had it on backwards, and it really didn't sound too good because the speakers were kind of back here instead of over your ears. But if you guys haven't ever had these, because I haven't, this is my first jump into these. And why didn't I have one of these before? Because this is like, these are amazing. They're not expensive. They're like 20 bucks, I think. I think the lighter weight one was actually cheaper than that. The heavyweight one was 20 bucks. The sound quality is the same in both of them. So I don't know that needs to be a consideration. I don't think price is going to make the sound any better. but the more expensive one is heavier. So if you, excuse me, if your head does get cold, yeah, just know that's the heavier one. But I've been wearing this one around because it is lighter and it has been in the 50s and 60s, and it's been fine. Like, I kind of forget it's there until the phone rings, and then it kind of scares me a little bit, and hello, and I have to answer the phone. But anyway, Randy says, more fun having white elephant or Chinese Christmas giving. I'm going to they call it a Dirty Santa Christmas party on Saturday, I think. And those are a lot of fun because you get to, if I remember the rules right, you get to, the first person that picks gets to do the Dirty Santa bit after the last person has drawn. So they get to see everything and decide what they want. The only negative to that is you can only Dirty Santa a gift 3 times. So if, let's say, you see something you want, if it has already been handed off 3 times, then that's out of the running. But whoever goes first, they do get to see all the gifts before it's over and pick what they want and, trade. So I think it's a lot of fun. Randy's saying, hey to Roy. Roy says, I ship me to Australia already. Are you native? I don't think anybody has ever asked. We know you live in Australia now, but are you native to Australia? And yes, summer here is coming. 40 plus Celsius yesterday. I think that is warm. I think your 40 is like our 60, maybe. If I'm doing the conversion right, not 100% sure. But it's pretty close, if not. So, but guys, yeah, if, I guess, Randy, you're the only one in here that's would be cold right now. And you're probably not. But I do know you spend a lot of time outside. So, do you have one of these? I'm thinking you should probably check into it if you don't. I actually gifted one to my friend I went out to Las Vegas to see, her brother-in-law, because he wears a lot of beanies. He lives in California. It's not cold there, but he does wear a lot of beanies and a lot of hats. And so I thought, ooh, this will be perfect because he drives from Los Angeles to Las Vegas a lot. And so, and he thought it was perfect. He wears it while he's driving, and then he can talk on the phone and still be hands-free. So it was a win-win. Now my truck has hands-free calling, but the microphone, which is like probably about this far above my head, sounds horrible. People have complained about it since I got the truck. And when I'm talking to somebody on their car speaker or whatever, I think those microphones just don't sound very good. So I'm not saying this sounds a whole lot better, but it sounds a little bit better. Roy says, I was born in Britain, but spent most of my life everywhere else. Okay. And so you chose to live in Australia. See? That's, Mickey says, it's a bit cold outside for me, I imagine, because you're way up north. So this is, I don't know if you've been in on this whole conversation, Mookie, but this is what I discovered this week, and I absolutely adore these things. In fact, I went out today. It wasn't cold, but I forgot it, and I missed it because I have been wearing the lighter weight one most of the week, and I kind of missed having it because now with my phone I can say, hey, you know who, call somebody, and it will, and I don't have to do anything. It goes right to my hat. So you really need to look into these. For 20 bucks, I'm blown away. I love these things. I guess you can tell. Randy says, I'll mow the grass tomorrow if it doesn't rain or snow. So we don't have any rain. in the forecast for the whole next week. But we do have colder temperatures coming until next Wednesday, which is Christmas. Yeah, kind of. Moogie says, for some reason, my earlier chat messages did not go through, it seems. Hello, everyone. I've been here. Well, hello to you too. We are going to do the drawing here in a little bit. I figured I'd give everybody kind of a chance to come in and so everybody can kind of be here, and because, now I did have some technical difficulties. I tried to set up that wheel thing that I used for my giveaway at 500 subscribers. Apparently it got a bug because I never could get it to set up and do what it was supposed to do. So it kept glitching. And if you've ever gone live, you really don't want something that glitches when you're not stressed. If it glitches when you're not stressed, it definitely is going to stress you when you are live. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. I just typed out a whole bunch of, I typed out all the names and just put them in one of these little containers, and we're just going to reach in and draw just the old-fashioned way, because apparently I'm not tech savvy enough to figure out how to make the wheel not glitch. So there's that. Royce says, I'll mow the grass only if it does snow here tomorrow. I don't believe you've seen snow in quite a while, Royce, so I'm pretty sure the grass is safe. It is not in danger of being mowed. Randy says, then you'll have to shovel it when you're done. Yeah, I don't think it has snowed where Roy is in a very, very, ever. Yes, I'll mow the grass only if it does snow here tomorrow. So see, if it does snow, then you won't have to mow the grass because you can't see it. So there's that. Yeah. But no, I'm probably done mowing until March, maybe. I mean, you get the odd little sprigs here and there, but I'm not going to get the mower out for a sprig or two. Yeah. So it has to pretty much be even growth, and then I'll get the mower out. But yeah, we've had of course, this time of year, I get very antisocial where I do not want to go into stores. I'm not antisocial with the people I know, but as far as getting me to go into a retail store a week before Christmas, I gotta love you lots. I do have to pick up one of my son's gifts from a retail store, and I'm a little upset with him that he waited until yesterday to tell me what he wanted. Now, I might be able to get it off Amazon. I haven't really looked into it because the link that he sent me was to Best Buy. So I'm thinking of all the stores out there, Best Buy probably is not going to be horrible on a weekday in the afternoon. Come on, guys, give me some support here. Tell me it's not going to be as bad as I think it's going to be. Because I will not go into Walmart. You will not get me within 100 feet of Walmart right now. Not going to happen? No way. If I need groceries, I will order them online, drive around to the back of the building, and have them load them in my car. Randy says the leaves have finally dropped. Some? No, we still have leaves. It hasn't been cold enough. We had one or two nights of really cold weather, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it hasn't been consistently cold enough. And if we keep having 60-degree days and sun, yeah, we still have lots of leaves. Go in the morning, not the afternoon. Okay. Yeah, see? Yeah, because I just, I don't know. I don't like crowds at all. Never have. And shopping is not I would prefer to be able to shop on my computer and have it delivered to my door. Um, Now, having said that, you guys are going to think I'm absolutely kind of off my rocker, and I probably am. This will probably certify that I am. Yesterday, while I was taking a shower and waiting on my grandson to get in with me, you know, when you wash your hair, you kind of, I anyway, face the back of the shower. And so the water is actually kind of hitting my back, not my head. And as I'm shampooing my hair, the water pressure drops. And the next thing I know, I'm getting water from the ceiling on my head. So at this point, I'm thinking I should turn around and look and see what's going on. The shower head had split. You know, it's like two pieces kind of melded together or screwed together or whatever. Anyway, they had come apart, and so water was shooting out. It's supposed to be shooting out this way, and it was shooting out. So it's time for a new shower head. Okay, not a problem. Get on Amazon, order one on Amazon. It said it was going to be delivered between 4 and 8 this morning. So I figured, great, it'll be here when I get up. No worries. Well, as old ladies are wont to do, you have to, you know, we're like babies. We can't sleep through the night without having to get up and go pee. So it so happened that it was after 4, and I looked at my phone and it said it was delivered. And so I went outside and I brought it in, and I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and put this on now? And then when I actually really get up, I can take a shower and I won't have to mess with it. So that's what I did. And I really patted myself on the back for being able to do that half asleep. And then I went back to bed and I went to sleep for another 3 or 4 hours and got up and took a shower, and I love it, right? It's great. But it was like, because I went back to sleep, it was like a non-thing. And so when I got up, I had a new shower head. So it's kind of like Santa had been here, right? So yeah, I was pretty proud of myself and patting myself on the back all day for that one. Randy says gift cards or credit cards. That way the people that are given these will spend it the way they want to. Well, this is my son we're talking about, and he likes mom to do things for him. So Christmas morning, he'll open it. Oh yeah, that means I have to wrap it. Ooh. Ooh. See, I hadn't thought this all the way through. That's going to be big. I mean, he may not, well, I don't know how I'm going to wrap that thing. So anyway, as you can tell, I hadn't thought this through. And he may actually take this home and set it up on his own, but he's not going to want to go to the store and buy it. If there's anyone who has more of an aversion to going to a retail store than me, it's my son. So yeah, there's that. Mookie says it gets a bit stressful going out due to congestion and a lot of other factors. So a snowstorm and having to stay at home is not a problem for me. 100% agree. 100% agree. I really, you know, I give gifts to my family all year. And so when Christmas comes, yeah, I kind of overdo it, but I don't feel like I have to overdo it quite as much because I give stuff to them all year round. So I don't wait. In other words, I don't wait for Christmas to give them gifts. Yes, I give them gifts at Christmas, but I don't feel like I have to be extravagant because I give them gifts the rest of the year too. So I just like giving gifts. It's like the Santa in me, right? Yeah. Somewhere inside me is a Saint Nicholas soul. And because when you give a gift, it makes you feel good, right? So, but now my daughter, she doesn't mind shopping. In fact, I think she kind of likes it. But yeah, no, I'd rather just click a button on the internet. Randy says priorities taking care of first helps in the long run. Your son needs to grow up. He's going to learn how to do this sometime. No, he'll get a wife, Randy. So, the only reason I'm still doing it is because he still hasn't gotten married, but he will eventually, and then she'll do it. She'll do all the Christmas shopping. I mean, if you guys really think about it, how many gifts do you actually buy? Those of you who have a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, how many do you actually buy? Um, and there is Miss Debbie. How are you? We're talking about Christmas shopping, and I know one year I had Debbie's granddaughter wrap all my gifts. I was working, I didn't have time, and her daughter needs to make some money, and so she wrapped all my gifts. Now, I think it turned out that Debbie ended up actually wrapping most of them because the granddaughter lost interest, halfway through the stack. So, yeah, there's that. But so Debbie, I don't think you would probably wear one of these, but this is the next best thing since sliced bread. I love these things. Uh, they have speakers in them, and so you really are hands free. So what I'm thinking, because I like to walk through the woods and go fishing and that kind of thing, is see I can wear them when I'm out and about, and I don't have to like hold my phone while I'm out walking. I can walk and talk and be totally hands free. Roy says, Christmas at the beach barbecue. Yes, I would love, actually, I would love that. Yeah, because it would be nice and sunny. And Debbie says, yes, it was fun. Right? Yeah, right. Uh, that there's a word for people that think that's fun. Crazier than me. Okay. Um, but yeah, I'm so far I think everything I have to wrap is fairly small this year. And there is a couple items that are gonna have to go in a gift bag because they're like a weird shape. So, or I could wrap them and have people make fun of me. That would be a good time too. That's, if you see a round, well, I guess it's in a square box and has a handle sticking up out of it. That could be a point of conversation. Yeah. So, uh, so I hope everyone has their shopping done for the most part, because if you're planning on having something shipped in, you're almost out of time. Peter says, I like the Amazon gift cards because I'm working towards a new shark vacuum. We have miles and miles of floor, and it gets tiring, tiring, tiring. Are you wanting one of the ones that just goes off by itself, like the Roomba, or because the I think I bought my daughter a shark vacuum, and you still have to like push it all over the house. So I'm thinking you mean one of the ones that sits on the floor and just it goes and it learns where the furniture is, and it won't bump into things twice. And I think those are cool. Thankfully, I don't have a big enough place to need one of those, because I think they are cool if you have a bigger house. But I like my house because I can clean the whole thing top to bottom in 30 minutes. And then when I come back, it's still clean because I live alone. So if there's a mess, I probably made it. Randy says, for myself, I buy all the time. Special occasions, buy dinner for family and friends. Yes. Um, I, I've done that for years. In fact, that's why I tell my kids, if money is tight, don't buy me anything, because I buy myself stuff, plenty of stuff. Right now I have a, you guys are, I know, you're going to laugh, but I have another, um, it's supposed to be a knockoff of the DJI um, bag like you have, Randy, that the Action 3 comes in. Not the what's it called? What? Okay, Randy, what am I trying to say? The Pocket 3 that you just bought. It's supposed to be a bag like that, because it has a dedicated spot for that. The Osmo Pocket 3, right? Yeah, I think so. Um, And so what I was thinking is I can stash like my action cameras in where that goes and then put the microphones and stuff behind it. So I have all these tech pouches, and trust me, I have tried all of them. And the ones that are wide enough on the outside are not wide enough on the inside because they have all these pockets and the accordion and all this stuff. And so because I mean, you need this much room, which is not a lot, I don't think, but they don't have it. And I've gone through every single one I have, and they're either not long enough this way or they're not wide enough. So I ordered one of those. And that's the kind of stuff that, I'm getting for myself. I did ask my son for a necklace that has a magnet in it. And it was hilarious because when I first told him it has a magnet in it, he looked at me very skeptically. And he said, "Why do you want to wear a magnet?" And I said, "To attach my microphone to it." And you could see the relief just come over him. Because apparently there is a thing going around that people wear magnets so their joints don't ache. I don't really have a joint on my chest, so I don't know why he was so concerned in the first place. But you can just that way you're not having to fish the other end of the magnet down in your shirt and stuff. You can just pop it on your necklace and go. So so I have asked for some techie stuff, but it was hilarious. Roy says, "I'm going to wrap up cash for presents." Yes, see, that would be so easy. You just take the paper and fold, 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 you're done, and just hope that nobody throws it away thinking it's trash because it's so light. So you might want to put like 100 ones or something to give it a little bulk. Get the robot vacuum. Is it a robot or a Roomba? I don't know. Is that R2D2? That's what Peter needs. He needs an R2D2 that can wipe on, wipe off. I know, different movie, right? Yep. Mookie says, maybe Peter can bring the cleaner for his pool inside the house. I think it's the same principle. I think. I don't know, Peter. Is it the same principle? Thank you, Randy. Thank you for saving me. The Osmo Pocket 3 creator content. Yes, thank you. So I have not seen you use that again lately. Now, I haven't had a lot of time. I've got like a whole queue of videos that I have not had time to watch. And most of the time I end up watching them at like between 2 and 3 in the morning and catching up with what I can. And this is just not the season for me to be watching videos. I just don't have time. But I have not seen... I think you made a couple of days worth of videos with the Pocket 3, but I haven't seen it since then. So, did you give it a thumbs up, thumbs down? Thoughts? Peter says, I took pictures of Randy's birds this morning with my telephoto lens. It was fun. Cool. Were they out in the backyard? And I'm assuming you got everything back on. I saw that you... posted a video, or you like at 2 this afternoon. I was out doing errands and haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So Randy's asking Peter, so where's the video? Randy, I think, is the only one that puts out consistent videos, and he is so good about it and so disciplined. Some of it needs to rub off on me. Peter says he probably thought it was something to keep your heart going. Well, that's a possibility. Yeah, because the look on his face was like, why do you want a magnet? Yeah, it was funny. I uploaded it. It should be online already. Oh, okay. Is that the one you did today at around 2 or 3? I did get a notification. I didn't have my glasses on, so I really couldn't see what it was for. Ha 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 ha. Since I'm here, we'll just take a little look-see. Are you still here? No, now I don't see it. Okay. So I know it was after 1 o'clock. Um, See, Peter, that's what I'm talking about. I'm almost 100% sure that I did get a notification and it's gone now. So, but a lot of times I do not get notified that you've got something that you put up. So I don't know what YouTube is doing, but they're doing something fishy. Randy says I used the Pocket 3 with 2 videos of the Nikon Z6 III today. Cool. Like I said, you're in my queue. I just haven't had time. Um, Peter says the Shark is called a Hydrovac. It vacuums and mops at the same time, one and done. Would it be a Hydrovac, maybe? Hydrovac if it mops? You know, I did see an ad somewhere, and the lady's like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Because it took over all the cleaning. Randy says you still have to push it. You still have to push what? And there's Shane. Hey, folks. How are you doing, Shane? Um, I don't know what a you sure it's not hydrovac? Hydrovac? I don't know. Anyway, um, does it drive itself or do you have to, is it on a stick where you have to push it? I don't know. Now, I will say I have a Swiffer. It's got batteries. It's got a place to put this liquid that's made by Swiffer. You can only use that, of course. And so you push the button and it squirts out water. And so it takes like 2 minutes to mop the kitchen. I mean, I like easy. When it comes to housework, I really, really, really like easy, right? I don't want anything difficult. Just let me just vacuum really quickly. And I have plenty of room between tables and walls and stuff to get the vacuum everywhere. And then mopping takes 2 minutes, 4 minutes if I have to mop the bathrooms, and I'm done. Yeah. Peter says, yes, I do have to push it. And it is Hydrovac. Okay. Yeah, I figured if it had something to do with water, it was probably hydro. But, you know, that's okay. Do you guys want to do the drawing now? I think everybody's probably here. I'm guessing. I haven't seen a couple of the guys, well, I haven't seen quite a few of the people that registered, but for the most part, I think everybody's here. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way because I'm an idiot and I can't figure out why the wheel was glitching. It's it's an app, and I think it's called Spin the Wheel. And I for whatever reason, when I downloaded it, because I've used it before, and we use it every month for our women's dinner thing. But for some reason, when I downloaded it, I put all the names in like I was supposed to, and then gave it a spin to kind of test it out, and it erased like a third of the name. And so I went in, I did it again. Anyway, after about 2 hours of this, I just gave up. So, yeah. Peter says it's easy, easy, easy. Yes, that's what I like, is easy. Shane says, I hope you like the S9, Peter Gray. It's a great little camera. It's become my main travel camera now. It'll grow on you big time. So that's, the S9 has piqued my interest because it comes in colors. I really, I have this thing about colors. I really get tired of black. Everything is black. Black camera bags, black cameras, black this, but everything is black. And so that's why the S9 piqued my interest. But honestly, I love these little action cameras. I think I have found my thing. I think this is actually the 4. I can't tell. No, it's the 4. Somewhere I've got the 5. Oh, yeah, it's in my little pouch. So I actually have a pouch. I think they sent this with one of the microphones. It didn't come with the camera, but the camera fits in here perfect. So there's my little 5. And they don't zoom, but the stabilization is incredible. When you hook up a DJI mic to it, it sounds incredible. And it pretty much does everything I want it to do. And with the Bluetooth mic, if I am fishing or something and drop it in the, like drop it in the lake or the river, the pond right in front of me, it doesn't hurt it. So, yeah, this has kind of become my thing. And I have don't know where it is right this minute, but I have a clip that holds this on the my backpack strap. And now if it were to fall off for whatever reason, like I said, it's waterproof, so I don't have to worry about it. So I think this has kind of become my thing. And if I lose it, I'm not losing $1,500. Not that I've ever lost a camera before, but it could happen. It can always happen. And so I do have my stick now with my little ZDO tripod thing on the end of it. And it really reminds me of the gimbal. The gimbal has a little tripod thing on the bottom of it, just like that. But I really do kind of like this because now I can set it down somewhere, and this thing is adjustable. I'm really liking this, guys. Not trying to talk you out of your big cameras, but for me, this is a win-win thing. Let's see. Oh, speedy, not like my spelling. And Roy's saying, Peter, you must be a Bond villain with a shark in your pool. You can have any color camera. Just get a rattle can. Yes. Well, if I was to paint a camera, it would not be pretty. Now, most of the cameras, I have found this, that you can get a silicone skin to put over pretty much any camera. But I just really think that those S9s are kind of sexy. I mean, they come in red and blue, and I even like the green. Not crazy about the pink, but I don't know. It just kind of, I saw those and I was like, ooh. If I was still working, I would probably have one. Shane says, action cameras are amazing for travel. No question about that. Maybe the easiest and best walk around for video. That's kind of what I'm finding, Shane, is that when I went to Las Vegas, I only took the Action 5, and it did phenomenal. I was just never afforded the time to get out and film very much. The lady I went out there to see doesn't get a lot of visitors, and so she kind of occupied most of my time. And funny story, I may have already told this one, but it's still funny. So she's 92, and she talks a lot, right? And so I told her I wanted to go and drive around and film Las Vegas. And so she wanted to go with me. Okay, fine. That's cool. So we're in the car, and I've got my camera pointing out the window like Randy does. And she's talking like the whole time. And I said, do you want me to leave this in the video, or do you want me to cut it out? How involved do you want to be with this? And she said, oh, I didn't know you were filming. Okay. I don't know how she didn't know, because I'm talking to the camera, right? So anyway, we go, and I think I was supposed to turn at this one street. And so before we got to it, I said, May, do I need to turn here? No response. And I said, May, do I need to turn here? No response. stock still, right? Now she's got on dark glasses, so I can't see if her eyes are open or not, but she is stock still. I called her name 5 times. So much so, I thought she had died. I thought it was like that Life with Bernie movie, or something happened to Bern, or whatever it's called. And so obviously I missed my turn. And when I got out of traffic, because now I keep glancing over at her, she's not moving, right? And so I get where there's not like a whole lot of traffic and we're sitting at a light, and I reach over and I'm like, "You okay?" And then she's just like, "Yeah." Scared me to death, because at this point my whole brain had settled on the fact that, okay, she has gone peacefully sitting in the car next to me, and then she's fine. Yeah, she just didn't want to be in the video, but there is Carlos. How are you, sir? What's up, everyone? Still working, but just wanted to say hi. How are you doing? Are you ready for Christmas? You got everything bought, wrapped, under the tree? I know it's not cold out there, but yeah. Randy says Nikon ZF and ZFC come in different colors also. S9 is right in the middle of the price point. If you buy from Panasonic directly, you'll get the color and a free Lumix S26 pancake lens for free. So the ones that I saw, I think on B&H, because I took the plunge and I got a B&H card. I don't pay. I don't know what it's called. And the one I saw came with like a 16 to something, I think. Don't get me wrong. Don't hold me to it if I'm wrong. Because the 26, I think, might be a little close up for this. My arms aren't that long, guys. So one thing I did notice on the 5, I had to bring in the field of view a little bit because it really makes it wide. And Peter's smiling. Roy says, too many people talk to themselves. Yes. Well, in all fairness, when you're that old and you live alone, who else are you going to talk to? So when somebody is there, she does talk a lot. Yeah. I cannot imagine being around a person that talks a lot. No, nobody that you're around talks a lot, Peter, because you talk a lot. That's okay. Mookie says, laughing, he says, this better end in a positive way. It did. It did. It scared me because I'd already set my mindset. And so when I touched her and she's like, just fine, it kind of, yeah. Thank you, Roy. Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, that was kind of what was running through my, because everything goes so fast running through your mind. And when she didn't answer 5 times, and we're not in a big car, we're in a very small car. So, yeah, it was funny. Peter says, I knew it. You thought she died. Yes, I did. Bad, Peter. I should not be laughing. Well, it turned out it was funny, but at the time, I mean, who sits that stock still, right? And she hasn't, that was like the last day I was there. She hadn't been that still the entire 11 days before. So that's why it kind of scared me. Mookie says, whew, no police or EMTs needed. No, it was just kind of got my heart started. And, Peter says, how much was that free lens, Randy? That free lens? Is it free, Randy? Lumix 18 to 40 kit lens is selling with the camera. I've been using the 26 also, but it's an f8. Well, I guess it depends. If every lens depends on the situation you're in, right? One of the reasons I like the Action 5, it is brighter than the 4, and yes, you can adjust the settings in the camera, but for if everything is set on auto, both cameras, the 5 is brighter than the 4. And I'm sure it has to do with the new sensor, but it is really nice just to be able to turn it on. I've got it set so when I hit the red button, the camera turns on and starts recording. The way it comes from the factory, you actually turn on this switch over here, turns the camera on, and then you hit the record button. But I have it set up to where this button turns the camera on and starts recording, and then when you're ready to turn it. Now you can hit this again to stop recording, and then hit this to turn the camera back off. So one of the things I like about it is the simplicity of the menu, the simplicity of the camera. I mean, it's just, everything is just right there. So you just swipe down, go to settings, everything is just right there. It's, I don't want to say it's idiot proof, but it's sly proof, right? So it makes it super, super simple. And the simpler something is, the more you're going to use it, right? Royce says, dead people are only a problem when they start to smell. Sometimes it's still hard to tell. Well, I don't think it probably was like a 5-minute window. But if you say somebody's name that many times, shouldn't they at least twitch, or you should get some response out of them? And if I was saying her name, it should have dawned on her that I wasn't filming. But, you know. Randy's talking to Peter, says, got a mint green S9 for $12.99. Got it for Black Friday. B&H didn't have any except the black. Yeah, but they have, and I didn't really look into it that much. I was just looking at their website to see all the colors, because somebody did tell me that you got the mint green, and it's the website. It's not really a mint green. It's a little bit darker than that. And I'm thinking that's a really pretty color, because there's 2 colors I wear, like almost nonstop. Gray and kind of a teal, green, blue type color. And so I'm thinking it would go with almost everything I own. And if a camera kind of blends into what you're wearing, people aren't as afraid of the camera as much. They seem to think it's friendlier than if you whip out this big old black camera and you're ready to take their picture, and then they kind of shy away from you. So I'm thinking if I had one that was the color of, you know, my clothes, that maybe my grandson wouldn't run every time I bring out the camera. Now, I will say with the Action 5, now the 4, he did still kind of, he'd be like, no pictures, no pictures. But with the 5, which looks identical to the 4, now, maybe because he's a little bit older, but now he wants to hold it. And he takes some really funny videos. Like videos from a 5-year-old's perspective. They're actually quite amusing. So, Peter says, Randy, I was yanking your chain. And Randy says, I know that. Peter says, you said you get a free lens for free. Must have hit my funny bone. And Randy says, I've worked with people that fell asleep with their eyes wide open. 2 greens for the S9, dark green, and the brighter one is mint green. Okay, the one that I saw that I really liked, I think is the one they call mint green, because it was a lighter color. But it wasn't like I don't have anything around here that's mint green. Because typically mint green is a very light green. And it looked more like a darker mint green. How's that? Like a spearmint. If I called somebody's name 10 times and they didn't budge, I think I would be freaking out. Sometimes I tend to overreact. It was long enough that it went through my brain that she had gone on to the other side, because it was long enough and I called her name enough times No, she was fine. She just didn't want to be on the video. So, anyway, that was funny. All right, guys. Are you guys ready for a drawing? Uh, let's start with, well, so what I did was I just put everybody's name in these little Tupperware things. So we're going to start with the hub. So if you put down that you wanted the hub, I typed everybody's name on this piece of paper and threw it in this thing, and so we're just going to just pick a name out of here. And we have glasses are needed. Tricks Tick Live. So I'm not sure who that is. But Tricks Tick, if you're listening, and I will put the winners' names in the comments after the fact, because I will need your guys' addresses. So Trickstick, if you're watching, or if you if you watch after the fact, be sure to send me your address at slyreader@mail.com. Okay, and I will get that sent out to you. I'm gonna try to get these boxed up and taken to the post office tomorrow. So, Tricks Tick, congratulations. All right. Now we will do the Yolonzi shoulder bag. Yep. All right. I don't really know where to put all this stuff. All right, Yolonzi shoulder bag. Okay. All right. Debbie G. I think Debbie, if Debbie, are you still here? If Debbie's still here, Debbie G won the shoulder bag. I will put her name on here. Make sure I get the right thing to the right person. There we go. So, Debbie G. And the last one is for the Wandered. I'm not going to take it out of the bag. The Wandered fanny pack, the D1 fanny pack. I think it's the version 2, actually. It's the latest one. All right. Let's see. And the lucky winner is Mookie Mac. Mookie, congratulations, dude. Put your name with this one. Be sure to go to slyreader@mail.com and send me an email with your address. And like I said, I will try to get these out tomorrow. I don't foresee any problems, but really, stop. My computer's making my mouse do strange things. So I will try to get these sent out tomorrow. Please get me your address as quickly as you possibly can, and you might get it in time for Christmas, depending on where you live. So, Debbie, I know how to get a hold of you, but I don't have your address. And Trickstick and Mookie, I will need your addresses. So, Trickstick, please make sure you live in the continental U.S. That was my only caveat there. So, have you guys been watching the news? It seems like Peak Design is in a bit of a pickle because that was the backpack that the gunman used that shot that insurance CEO. And so they are having a lot of people send their backpacks back, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. If you already own their backpack, why would you want to send it back? It's nothing the company did, but apparently they are. They've had a lot of people want to send their Peak Design products back to them. So that's kind of the news story that I've been following. Is I really haven't been following about the why the guy was shot or anything like that. the backpack that he was carrying, my little antenna went up, and then when it came up that it was a Peak Design version 1 of the everyday backpack, and now they've just random people, like a lot, enough to concern the company, let's put it that way, are sending their bags back because the gunman used one. Yeah, I don't really understand that thinking, but it is what it is. Peter says the S9 review unit I got is red. Looks pretty cool, I have to admit. Oh, I think the red one is pretty. I like the blue one as well. And, you know, if you're someone like me that has multiple camera bodies of the same camera, that would be, I think maybe that's why I like it, because you would know. Now, I know just, I don't, how do I know? One has a lens hood and one doesn't. Okay? That's kind of how I tell them apart. But it would be nice if you had a red one and a green one and a blue one, you know, and then you would know which one you used for whenever. So, you know, I like multiple cameras of the same thing. Randy says, I will do a video after this show of the different colors that I own. Midnight blue, crimson red, and mint green. I would love that, because I really do like their colors. And there she is. Congratulations. You are now you now have a Ulanzi bag coming your way. Randy says, yes, Randy, you haven't made a video on Randall Brander in a while. Been what, 10 minutes? How many videos are you up to now? Peter, you be nice. By the way, his channel is called Randall Brander. Yes, I think everyone I think everyone in here has a channel, almost. Well, I don't think Debbie does, but I think everybody... Mookie, you don't have a channel, do you? I don't think you do. Randy's saying congratulations to Debbie. Yep. And Peter says, I will check now. 5 today. Peter's saying congratulations to Debbie. Debbie's saying thank you. And Randy's saying congratulations to Mookie. Mookie's saying thanks to Randy. It'll go well with my other wandered gear. Yeah, congratulations, Mookie. That's pretty cool. Mookie, you are a winner. Always been a winner to me, though. That's right. You're one of us, dude. Peter says, that was really, really mean of the news media to report the brand name of the backpack that's got nothing to do with anything, right? I'm agreeing with you, because what if it was a Sears backpack? They're already out of business. And apparently it was a version 1, so it was an older backpack. You know, when they first came out, they're like, oh, he's wearing a $200 backpack. Well, he wasn't. It was the version 1. But if somebody did something horrible like that and was wearing a Belroy backpack, I wouldn't send my Belroys back. So I don't really understand the mentality of, I don't want to carry your backpack because somebody did something bad with it. Yeah, I don't really get that, but, you know, whatever. Mookie's saying, thanks, Peter. You're the best. When is your next live stream? I have a question about a lens that maybe you or Randall can help me out with. Friday nights at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. The only reason he wasn't live last week is he didn't have power. So he was trying. He was standing out in his front yard trying. He was like yelling at the sky, trying to go live, and there was no power. So yeah. So, and I'm thinking, because I've had to go live from using my phone as a hotspot, but I did have power. So and he doesn't have a laptop, so he was, you know, it was just impossible to do. But he was trying. Randy says to Peter, 6 videos today and 2,784 videos after this stream for Sly's Color S9. 2,700. That's almost 3,000 videos, Randy. I'm so proud of you. You go. Mookie says, I have a channel, but I don't do anything with it. Okay, so everybody has a channel. I sort of like Twitch, but I may stream some on YouTube. So my daughter has got me signed up now, and I have one video that I pulled off YouTube to put over there on something called Reddit. I do not know what Reddit really is. She just kind of signed me up, and she sat here while I tried to get a video over there. It did get some comments, so some people did see it, which is good, but I don't really know enough about it to, yeah. So I didn't know anything about Facebook at one time. I didn't know anything about YouTube at one time. So, but yeah, there's that. Hey, Jim Monday made it. All right. Hey, Sly, happy Tuesday night. New channel launching very soon. Excited. Okay. Are you going to tell us the name of the new channel, or is it going to be, because I'm 100% sure I'm subscribed to your channel, but I don't remember the name of it right now. Jim something, I think. There hasn't been any activity on it for a while. Peter says, do you know that there are only 4 Sears stores still operating in the whole USA? And one of those are actually here in Miami. Yeah, they pretty much have shut down everything. Randy says he had no internet. He had no power. He had no internet. I mean, it was just a mess. Mookie says, Randy is great because he can almost do videos to order, right? Name a camera or lens and he can probably test it out. Amen. Randy definitely is the camera guru. Jim says, Reddit is powerful, sort of knowledge based on just about anything. So I put the video I did on the recycled firefighter, and it did actually get like some comments like really quickly. And I think maybe it brings people to YouTube. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was her reasoning for wanting me on multiple platforms. So we're gonna try it out. We'll see. Peter says, okay, Mook, I will help you go live. Let's do it, big boy. Yeah, Mookie, any of us can walk you through the process. Now, I use Ecamm, and it does phenomenal. I've got my stream very, very, very easy, because I like easy. So there's not a whole lot of components. I have gone the route of having an interface and an XLR mic and trying to get that where my voice sounds good and all that stuff. Yeah. No. Now I just use a plug and play mic. I've got one camera set up. I am supposed to have another camera kind of over here. But since I have moved, I've pretty much stuck to one camera, and it seems to work out well. Now, I do have the overhead, but the one camera seems to do just fine. So now you've got Randy's curiosity up, Mookie. What lens? Miss Evelyn, how are you? I saw you were on YouTube now. Yes, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Central Time. So I think that's 10 o'clock your time. Jim says my channel, Jim Monday, will remain for personal stuff. New channel will be Jim Out Loud. Cool, I like that. We'll put up a video on my personal channel to announce. Good. I look forward to seeing it because, I like when all you guys do videos. Like I said, I've got a pretty long queue right now because Carlos has been turning them out too. And Carlos, I love what you're doing with your new channel. So keep that up. Because Sly said so, right? Carlos says, love those plane photos on your last video to Randy. See, I missed those. Peter says, Sly's going to teach me how to go live with a hotspot. Well, I think you might have to have a laptop. I think. I'm not 100% sure, Peter, because I'm not the guru here. Randy says, with an APS-C crop R50 camera. Thank you. Love your videos also. I missed something. Not 100% sure. Jim says, by the way, love the Christmas hoodie. Well, yes, it's Christmas time. I got my tree back there. It actually says Santa is Bay, which my kids had to explain to me what that meant, but it's okay. Carlos says to Jim, can't wait to see Jim out loud. Yes, Jim, you will have more support. I mean, this is the most supportive group I've ever been a part of. And I think that's one reason why it is so easy to do this week in and week out, because you guys rock. You're all so supportive. We don't have any negativity here. Occasionally Peter will get on a soapbox, but other than that, no negativity. Peter says, hi Evelyn, love you. Hope all is well. Merry Christmas, pretty lady. Definitely. And there is Lewis. How you doing, bud? Hey everyone. Just getting ready to sign off, bud. You just barely slipped in under the radar. And Shane is saying, hi, Mr. Camera Junkie. Evelyn's saying, I see you on YouTube tonight. Yes. I apparently, there's maybe should have been a comma or something. I'm not sure. It's kind of like, my grandson has a shirt that says, time to eat. It's a T-Rex, and it says time to eat kids, like time to eat kids. And then below that it says, time to eat, comma, kids. Punctuation is so important. Yeah. I do pretty good at deciphering most things. And Mr. Camera Junkie is waving to Shane. And Carlos is waving to Lewis. And Randy is waving to Lewis. Yes, because Sly said so. That should be, I should like a t-shirt or something. Yeah. And Evelyn is saying, hi Peter, best wishes to you. Debbie's saying, love your shirt. And Bay is before all else. Yes, my children had to explain that to me. That's what we think, but Bay is supposed to be someone you love. In teenage talk. Mookie says, I'm looking for a full frame lens, Z mount, that I can use about 3 feet away from my face while in the studio, and also be able to use it on my crop sensor camera with it moved back a little further. Okay. And Shane says, you gotta go watch at Peter Gregg. Okay, you gotta go watch. And Lewis is waving to both Carlos and Randy. Aw, thank you, Shane. That's so nice. Shane gave me a super chat. Thanks for your live streams this year. Thank you, Shane. That was so nice of you. I guess I haven't had those turned on for a minute. I don't know why, but I'd kind of forgotten all about them. So thank you. That really, Merry Christmas to me. Thank you. Mookie says, Sly, do you have PayPal for donations? I don't. I have Cash App. And I set that up for somebody, and I can't remember who. But at the bottom of all my videos is my Cash App name, and so I have that set up. But I do not have a PayPal set up. Peter's saying, ooh, I want to give too. No credit card, though. Great move, Shane. You demand. You demand. Right? Evelyn says, mostly I watch on my laptop. Yeah, I have been trying that because in my daughterage, I am finding I have a very, very, very comfortable chair in the living room. And so there have been several times where I don't want to come sit in a straight back computer chair. And so I took my laptop and I tried to do the same things I do on my laptop that I do on my computer. I don't know how you see the thing. Now, it's not very big. It's a 13-inch laptop. But I guess I'm just spoiled because I have these huge monitors and I can go from one to the other to the other. It was a very, uh, it was not an inspiring experience. Let's put it that way. Geeky Shane says a third of a coffee coming your way. That's cool. Randy says Mookie 20 millimeter f 1.8 from Nikon and third party like Viltrox. Viltrox came out with, now let me make sure I get all the specs right because I don't want to. Okay, full frame lens, Z mount. You don't really say that you can use about 3 feet away. Okay, so that's not very big. Viltrox came out with a trilogy of lenses that, now I don't know that they fit the Z mount, and I don't know that they're for full frame. So I don't have enough information to speak intelligently about this with you. They came out with a trio of lenses for my camera that if I didn't already have so many, I would have been very interested in. So you might actually look at the Viltrox because they were very highly rated. I think Peter has one of them. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Randy says, Mookie, also the Nikkor Z 24mm, 26 and 28. The 24, I've got this set on 22, I believe. And it's about 3 feet away. I can't touch it. It's a little past my arm's reach. That's about 2/3 of the distance, and then it's about 1/3 again. So that's probably 3 feet. And I believe I have this set on 22. But it is on a crop sensor, so, but it does a phenomenal job. Roy says a 16mm Viltrox in Z mount. See, I think 16 at 3 feet is going to be like a little bit wide. So I'm thinking maybe 22, 24 millimeter, especially on a full frame, because you have to remember this is cropped in what is Canon 1.6, I think. Viltrox 16 1.8. Well, that would be an awesome lens. I would think it would be more for like 16 on a full frame. I would think would be more for like handheld, but it would just give you a wider picture. Carlos says, tempted to go with L mount since Sigma makes so many full frame affordable lenses. None for RF, only crop. Yeah. I was really considering a Sony camera just because I'm kind of mad at Canon about the R series, the whole R series. I don't really like them, but when I saw Randy's Panasonic, I was like, ooh, that's kind of a sexy camera. You know, your camera has to kind of talk to you. It kind of has to, you know, you kind of have to be one with the camera. Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, and I love my little M cameras. I really do. But eventually, they're going to wear out. And so what would I replace them with? And when I sold 2 of my cameras, I was kind of thinking, okay, what do I want to replace these with? And I still have the money in the account because I haven't found anything. I did buy the Action 5, but I bought it as an open box because the guy didn't know you had to get the Mimo app to make them work. It's the only thing that was wrong with the camera. There wasn't anything wrong with the camera. He just couldn't figure it out. And the only way I know that is because there was like, I think you get 5 tries. And so there was 5 10-second videos on the internal memory. So that's the only reason I know that he took the camera back, because he thought it was broken. I already have the Mimo app because I have so many other Osmo cameras. Mookie, look at the Viltrox 20mm 2.8 lens for $149 at B&H. I have one. It's great. Okay, I thought Peter had a Viltrox. There's no zoom, though. It's a prime lens. Or we will talk more later. Mookie says, thanks for the suggestions, everyone. And Randy says, Sigma is now making for the Canon RF mount. I've got two now, the 10 to 18 and the 18 to 50 2.8. So I have a 10 to 18 Canon, I want to say it's an EFS. And I have an adapter so I can put it on my M6s, but I don't like it. So it's probably going to be the next one that's up for sale. I prefer the 11 to 22 that was made for the M. It's an M mount, so I prefer that lens over the 10 to 18. It just looks clearer and sharper to me. Peter's talking to Carlos, says the new 18 to 40 slow lens is awesome. I used it for 2 days now. It's really very nice. I don't know what the slow lens, I don't know what that is. But I'm sure he will expand on that. But guys, I will be live next Tuesday night, as far as I know right now. Like Peter says, if God's willing and the bridge isn't up. I don't have it. Next Tuesday will be Christmas Eve. So I get it. Everybody wants to spend time with their family. It probably won't be a really long live stream. But I will pop in and say hey and Merry Christmas to everybody and, all that good stuff. So I do hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. And I hope you guys are already ready so it is stress-free. And you can say, hey, that's all behind me. I don't have to go shopping. Yay. But remember what the season's about. It's about being around family and people you love. And you guys are the people I love. So why wouldn't I go live on Christmas Eve? So I can see all you guys and we can do all this over again next Tuesday. And everybody bring the eggnog. Bring your favorite Christmas treat. And we'll just have a Christmas party right here on YouTube. And we'll just make a night of it. Carlos says, unfortunately, the Sigma 10 to 18 only covers a 15 to 27 since they're cropped, but they're great lenses. And Randy's saying, have a great week, everybody. Cheers. And Peter's saying slow because it's a 4.5 to 6.3 L mount. And Mookie's saying, take care and stay safe, everyone. Mookie, don't forget to send me your address. And Peter's saying, next Tuesday is Christmas Eve. Please say it isn't so. Yes, it is. And Jim's saying, have a great night, everyone. Great show. Thank you so much, Jim, for coming in. I really enjoy it when you're here. So thank you. And Shane's saying, take care, folks. Did I miss? Yep, there he is. Take care, folks. And Randy's saying, Canon RF cropped 18 to 45. And don't forget, Mr. Camera Junkie is on Saturday night, the same time. So if you're on the East Coast, it's 10 o'clock. Peter's on Friday. Mr. Camera Junkie's on Saturday. And then I get Tuesday. So Shane is saying, Peter Gregg, don't forget to set up the Christmas room while there's still time. If I don't see you next week, guys, Merry Christmas. I will be here, but if you guys are not, I completely understand. And I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. Good night, everybody.